the Chicago Bears keep proving that they're not done tinkering with the roster yet. We got another claim off waivers to talk about for the Chicago Bears. We're going to talk about it right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host here, Haize. But more importantly, you guys can follow the channel right off the top at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. We got another signing by the Chicago Bears. They have now claimed linebacker Mykal Walker off waivers. This is a young 25-year-old linebacker out of Fresno State. He was drafted in round 4 of the 2020 draft, going into his 4th season in the NFL. He played 16 games last season for the Atlanta Falcons. It's where he's been his whole career. He played all 17 games the year before that and 16 games the year before that. This is a guy who has not had under 30 tackles in any one of his NFL seasons. Last year, having the most tackles of his career at 107, and also throwing in 1 sack, 1 forced fumble as well with that, with 2 interceptions. The Chicago Bears are not done tinkering with their roster. And what the Bears are continuing to show is that they are going to use the fact that they are the first team to be able to claim a player off waivers. They're going to use that to their advantage. They're going to take a look at most of these players that are coming off waivers, especially a young player that has shown some promise, especially as a depth piece, right? And that linebacking core for the Chicago Bears, while we do have a lot of quality players there, can use some more depth. And so this is a guy who can come in, absolutely. He's going to probably, be on the team, practicing in training camp for the next however many weeks, get some play in preseason and see how it ends up paying off for them. But this is a solid signing for the Chicago Bears, right? He started 12 games for the Atlanta Falcons last season. On top of that, he was just waived this past Sunday. Again, getting his first career sack, first career interception last year. He's played in 49 total games with 20 starts over those 49 games, 3 interceptions and a sack over that time. So again, this is a guy who is pretty damn solid, right? Again, not anybody that is going to be any stretch of the out of the world or a world breaker or really push anybody for a starting position. But considering that the Bears have already suffered some injury concerns in their linebacking core, this is an acquisition that makes sense. Ryan Poles continues to make decisions and make moves for players that it just makes sense towards what the Chicago Bears have. And so this is a move that I like a lot. I like this for the Bears. And we'll see how it ends up paying off. The Bears' depth on the defensive side of the ball, especially with how injuries can be a huge thing in the NFL. You want as much depth as you hope for there. You know, the fact that, outside of, he probably goes in and maybe he's the immediate backup right behind Noah Sewell as the first linebacker off the bench. When you look at it, Jack Sanborn, of course, is there as well, but we expect him to be a starter. Dylan Cole is there as well. But, outside of that, Terrell Lewis also, who can play some there, is for the Bears as well. You're bringing in Mykal Walker, and he's probably going to go up that depth chart pretty quickly, especially if there's injuries and while we need some more depth. So, again, solid signing by the Chicago Bears. I like this a lot, and we'll see how it ends up paying off. But listen, you come in, you get a guy who's a monster, especially physically, at 6'3", 235 pounds, young at 25 years old, has started for another team, so you can kind of expect a certain level of play from him. And we'll see how this ends up paying off for the Chicago Bears. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you like this signing for the Chicago Bears? Do you think this is a guy who actually could come in and maybe even surprise and earn a couple of more snaps to what we're even thinking in the regular season and the rest of the playoffs? Let me know what you guys think on all that down below. Make sure you guys are following the show at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for our mailbag episodes, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Thanks to you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, Chi-Town up, but bear down. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.